Horror movies. Many are made every year, and many of them are really, really bad. But why? What makes the horror genre so much easier to fuck up compared to any other genre? Well, let's find out. Alright. Hey there, folks. I'm back. Welcome to another episode. Today, we're gonna get real angry today. We're talking about The Lazarus Effect, movie released in 2015, starring Mark Duplass and Olivia Wilde. Not huge names. I know that Mark Duplass was in Creep and Creep 2, and he did a decent job acting. The movies weren't that fantastic or good at all. He at least had a decent performance. Olivia Wilde, I'm not actually too sure about her. She kind of looks like someone I know. No, I didn't do research. What do you think? I put effort into my videos? But I'll tell you what, I know the director. David Gelb, he mostly has made documentary films. This is kind of the one movie that he made that isn't a documentary. And I think it might be his last movie that's not a documentary too, considering just how fantastic it is. But anyways, let's get spooked here on this fantastic... What day is it? So the movie begins like any other movie with the production company logos. So pretty standard. So this is our first scene of this movie. Now the thing is like horror movies like to have some sort of beginning scene that's kind of like vague and eerie and kind of puts you into the mood of the entire movie. But this one's just fucking stupid. They have this found footage type security camera shot overhead of a dead pig, and there's a bunch of shit in the way in the frame, and you know why that is. It's because it's a fake pig. It's so fake that you could tell if that shit wasn't in the way. Oh, and by the way, the file name and the timestamp on the top left corner, we'll get into that later. I love it when people do that.
That smells like shit.
This is the first line of the movie, and it already makes the movie not make sense. This pig smells like shit. Okay, so the pig smells, which means it's starting to decay. How in the world are you ever going to be able to bring it back to life? I mean, your body doesn't necessarily smell until you start decaying. I mean, of course, you shit yourself when you die, but that doesn't count. That's not decaying. That's just shit. Like this movie. That effect in the title sequence of the black stuff. What is that from? Hold on one second.
Wicked tones, you know.
I think I got this right. There it is! Future! Man, you're not so creative after all, huh? By the way, Future, I would probably like your songs a lot better if you actually spoke English in them instead of just mumbling. But anyways.
Hold up. Way up.
So we're introduced to Olivia Wilde's character and a supporting role named Ava. She is supposed to be documenting the Lazarus project that they're doing here.
Really? Hi, I'm Dr. Frank Walton.
And I am Dr. Zoe McConnell.
Okay. To anyone who wants to make a film, here's my advice. I mean, I'm just a guy, but here's my advice. Stop putting that goddamn record symbol in the bottom of the screen. There is no camera on Earth that records footage and leaves that filter there. Show me the camera. Bring me the camera. As soon as I see that camera, every movie should have that record symbol. But until then, no. So she's going over the footage, and there's a different timestamp in the bottom right corner this time, and there's no record symbol. What is going on?
Over here, we have Nico to thank for this Millennium Falcon looking thing. This is called the Pulse Array.
That doesn't really look like a Millennium Falcon. Pretty sure Millennium Falcons are like that. Your machine's like that. So we're trying to develop some characters here. And Olivia Wilde's character starts up her record player. I guess they have one in there. Okay. And it starts playing this opera music, and it doesn't really make sense, because who the fuck listens to opera music these days, especially someone that young? There's only one reason why they put this music in here, and it's so that in the final moments of the movie, she can turn on that record player and the same song will play, and it'll be spooky. Here's a clip of what I'm talking about. So now the movie introduces security camera footage into the film to make it some sort of like found footage but cinematic hybrid. It's stupid. Anytime security camera footage shows up in this movie, it automatically takes me out of the movie. How the fuck did he make that noise? There's no way he can make that pig noise. That was just a sound effect. Oh, man. Realistic. Why did she even turn around? Like, there wasn't even a noise. So now we have this exposition scene where the black guy and Olivia Wilde's character is just eating sushi in the break room, I guess. And once again, this scene is only here for one reason, just like the record player. And it's because so later it explains why Olivia, when she turns evil and goes to kill this black guy, it gives her an excuse to kiss him. Oh yeah, also this movie is full of cliches. This scene where she goes to bed and has a nightmare, this is in like every horror movie. Or most, at least. I mean, I haven't seen every horror movie. Shut up, okay? Shut the fuck up. It's in a lot of them. And it's like this thing where she's having this fever dream, and it's like some sort of weird montage of like just shit happening, and it's supposed to make sense to you, and sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it kind of does, but that's not how people dream. People don't dream in just scary montages. They have actual stories that they follow, and you wake up and you're like, what the fuck? So they're all meeting with each other the next day, and Evan Peters' character figures out how to get the serum to work.
Now, if you introduce a potassium selective insulator to the serum and limit pulse research to about 30 milliseconds, give the pH and oxygen tension time to snap back. Boom!
Hell yeah! I don't know what the fuck this guy just said, but I'm guessing that it's totally not bullshit. So they replicate the experiment, except this time they're using a dog for some reason. I don't know why they didn't use a pig again, considering that was what they used in the beginning scene. But then again, maybe it's harder to train a pig than a dog. Basically, Evan Peters' character's job is to wear these glasses that are sort of like a thermal cam to see if any body temperature is going on from the resurrection. And it doesn't make sense because the dog is completely cold, and there's a shot of the thermal cam showing the dog's completely cold. And then it wakes up, and then instantly it cuts back to the thermal cam, and he's instantly back to normal temperature. He was room temperature, and then boom, he was back to normal.
Look, guys, it brings up a good point. I don't want anybody talking about anything until we know exactly what we have here. Understood? Clay,
Bible.
we're gonna take Rocky home with us, and we'll look after him.
What? You just said that you have no idea what you even did. Why are you just gonna take the dog home with you? You don't know what it's capable of. You don't know what it's gonna do. Well, I mean, it is a horror movie, so I guess it is a good thing he's taking it home, because if he didn't take it home, then they wouldn't be able to use the scene where the dog just stares at Olivia Wilde for no reason.
You know, that part's actually true. You know what the pineal gland is? It produces DMT, which is the base compound for our serum. Basically, nobody knows why, but the moment you die, right then, your brain just floods your system with this massive blast of DMT, which is the most potent psychedelic on the planet. And when you think you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, or the Blessed Virgin Mary, it's just a big trip that you're having, really. It's all it is.
I think maybe when we die, the DMT is there to help our souls move on.
What Mark Duplass is saying right now is actually completely true. So why does she think that DMT that's released in your brain just helps you pass on? What if I took DMT right now? Would I be able to meet Jesus? So then we have the scene where Evan Peters is with the dog alone, and of course the dog breaks out of his cage somehow without breaking the cage, and then he destroys the kitchen. So you're trying to tell me that Evan Peters, when he lifted up that drape, didn't notice the dog jumping up on that table, waiting for him to come back up. There was no sound, the table didn't move at all. And then he falls, and of course the dog's gone again. And then he turns his head slightly to the right, and then turns it back, and there's the dog again. Apparently this dog can teleport, so Just know, if you ever take the Lazarus serum, you'll be able to teleport. It's pretty cool power. I can do it myself, watch. Hey folks, so I just got back from my local Petco and I bought a dead dog and brought it back to life. So let's go see if it can teleport. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we don't want to startle him. So let's, I'll give you a little sneak peek, but I don't want him to see me just in case he gets angry, you know? There he is right there. Oh, he sees us. Shh. Okay, so we don't want to startle him because he's in shock right now. So let's just take a look from the floor. Maybe he won't see us. Okay, let's see. Huh? Ah! Okay, so he noticed us, but I think we're okay. It seems like he's not very confused right now. Oh! What's wrong? Come on, I just brought you back to life. Aren't you happy? So, not thankful. Let's check his balance. Ah! No! 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 Ah! Okay, I think he got distracted. He doesn't look angry anymore. Oh! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! So that's my new dog now. So, I think I gotta... No, get away! Get away! Guys, I don't think I'm gonna live through this one. He's got me cornered. I don't know where to go. Oh. He doesn't like the way I smell. Bye, Dexter. Bye, Dexter. So they all come in and they're like, how did this happen? And then Evan's like, I don't fucking know.
You ask me, I think we should put that thing down now.
Well, at least you're not overreacting.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to me like he's overreacting in the slightest bit. They should put that dog down, and any doctor would know that. I don't understand why Mark Duplass's character just turns into this idiot halfway through the movie. It's not even halfway through the movie. This thing just drags on forever.
This stuff was on the top shelf.
The chips are on the top shelf, so there's no possible way for the dog to get up there.
There's no way he could have got up here.
There's no way the dog would have gotten on top of there. Yeah, exactly, you're right. So you're telling me the Lazarus serum can make dogs, like, jump higher? Is that one of the effects? I could, like, make my dog, like, jump up to the... I don't even know what this... So the people who are funding the team's research project found out that they broke the contract, so they went in the lab and took everything. So they all meet up at the couple's house, and they decide that the best and only option is to break in the facility, perform another experiment on another dog, so that when they release the footage, their story will be heard, because it totally won't be taken down by the people who funded their project.
Well, duplicate it how? I mean, they took all the serum.
We figured just in case.
That's the Lazarus serum. That's just milk. That is just Canadian milk.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
So they replicate the experiment, and the dog doesn't even look real this time, so you know it's not going to come back to life. And then there's a power surge, and I guess Mark Duplass's fiance got electrocuted and she died. So once again, this brilliant doctor comes up with this great idea to put her on the table and give her the Lazarus serum that they're still trying to perfect so that she could come back to life. Nope, yeah, perfect plan. 10 out of 10, genius. You know what? I'm gonna be right back. I got an extra one of these from last episode, so here we go, yeah! So she comes back to life, and basically here's the progression of her resurrection. So they first notice that she has too much neural activity, and then 30 seconds later, she can read minds and perform telekinesis on small objects. And then shortly after that, she can hear things people have said in the past. And then shortly after that, her fingers start decaying, but only to her. And then it goes to her murdering the dog. And then she floats, I guess, for no reason. It's kind of explained. Evan Peters' character mentions how her brain is like doing things that humans shouldn't be doing for millions of years. But how would you know that? Like, how does he know that millions of years in the future, humans can do stuff like this? So then she kills Donald Glover's character, and she's pretending to be innocent for no reason at this point. I still don't understand how the Lazarus serum made someone evil. It's just milk. It's just from a cow. Who knew cows could make us literally shove people into different dimensions? So Mark Duplass's character and Sarah Bulger's character are the only two characters left. And Mark Duplass is like, hey, this is my fault, so I'm going to take responsibility by going out first to try to stop her. But if I can't, now it's your responsibility. So, pretty shitty thing to do. But his plan is to take a syringe with a lethal dose of, like, tranquilizer, I guess, and use that to kill her. So he doesn't do it, and he dies. And, of course, I don't care, because I don't care about any of these characters at all. And then Ava's all alone. So after being sent into another dimension by this person who just had milk injected into her head, realizes that she needs to get the version of her from the dimension to open the door in order to save her. This is just a wild guess. I'm guessing, because this movie is just a big question mark. So her getting the little girl to open the door translates to her shoving the syringe into her heart, and it's a lethal dose, so that one will kill her, but she doesn't think it's enough, so she shoves another one in her. So there's 2 now, 2 times the lethal dose. She dies, and for some reason the fire department runs in, because that's how all horror movies are supposed to end, I guess. Either that or a jump scare, I'm not sure which one I'd rather have. And now get ready for the worst twist in any movie I have ever seen. So the firefighter hugs her, and as they separate from the hug, you'll never guess it, it's Olivia Wilde's character. What? I didn't see that coming. What a good movie. Just a great movie. Thank God. It's finally over. So the moral of the story is, don't bring people back from the dead, because everyone goes to hell. There's no hope.